Two more down-to-the-wire games, two more exciting Wisconsin wins. Monday night in overtime on the home floor, the Badgers knocked off the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And then Thursday night in Rosemont, Illinois, the Badgers outlast Northwestern 70-64. Our Ryan Wing will break down more of Thursday's game against the Wildcats. Lexi Graytek sits down with Duje Dukan, a member of those back-to-back Final Four teams at Wisconsin. And we'll have our weekly conversation with Badgers head coach Greg Gard. All coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report.
Mason threatening to dip down. A throw to Davison. Back into half. A pass deflected. Gets to Brad Davison. Long three. Right wing, and he drills it. He was nearly in the lap of the Minnesota coaching staff. Brad with 14 points in this first half. Feeds Reavers left of the lane on the drive. Low on the left. Goes up and in. Little Minnesota combo right there. Davison from Maple Grove to Reavers from Lakeville. Down to 5, deep 3. Davison off the rim, no good. Long rebound. Pritzel left corner 3. Got it at the buzzer. Brevin Pritzel with a deep shot at the horn to give Wisconsin a 1-point lead at the half. Ethan Happ on the left side against Konate. Ethan starts to move in the lane. Turns low on the left, up left hand. Good going glass. First points of the night for Ethan Happ. Feeds Happ, draws the double. They work it to Davison, right of the circle. Good look at a 3, drilled it again. That's 5 from long range for Brad Davison. Goes into Happ again. Ethan kicks it back out to Pritzel for 3, left side. Got it. Much needed 3 for Brevin Pritzel and the Badgers. 55-51 Minnesota. Iverson looking and looking to go into Happ. Left of the lane. Ethan quick turn. Low on the left. Goes up and in with the right hand. 5.2 seconds left. This game is tied. Turns it high on the left for Aline Ford. Ford to pass for Pritzel up top. Snaps off a 3. Book it. Brevin Pritzel with 17 points tonight. 62-59 Wisconsin. Happ with a couple of dribbles. Left wing against Jordan Murphy. Backing his half. Backing. Now draws the double. Open man Pritzel for 3. Right side. It's good again. Pritzel is on fire. 67-61 Wisconsin. This is Wisconsin basketball. Stolen by Ethan Happ. Happ to the rim, and he hammers it down with the right hand. He'll drive to the goal and hammers it down. New York City, the Badgers are coming your way. This is left open, snaps off a 3 and drills it. Out the fourth, the 3 left of the circle, tie game.
The Badger Sports Report is brought to you by Hy-Vee. Where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade.
Get $10,000 total value on a specially equipped 2018 GMC Sierra SLT Crew Cab model when you finance through GM Financial. Plus, get additional $1,500 auto show purchase cash.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
Hi, this is Coach Greg Gard, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame chalk talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters play a vital role in assisting our staff and student athletes through fundraising and sponsorship. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There's no better way to show your support than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered. while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
.22 left in the first half, 9-5. The Badgers lead Northwestern. Van Vliet with a shot pick on the left wing, throwing to Davison, feeds Van Vliet again. Left corner three is good. Shot clock at 10. Davison around a half ball screen, throws to Van Vliet. Left side foot three, good again. Andy Van Vliet, his third from beyond the arc. Back out to Ford, Aleem surveys, tosses the Pritzel, sends it to Iverson off the left wing. In the lane, slam dunk, Khalil Iverson. Explosive off the left wing. Goes into Happ. Low on the right, back to Van Vliet. Good look at a three. Right side, money. Andy Van Vliet, his fourth from beyond the arc. Leaves it for Gavin Skelly high on the left. Bounce pass, stolen away by Happ. It was intended for Parton. Ethan down the lane, slam dunk. Happ the steal and the flush. Iverson sideline left will inbound. Looking. Gets it inbounds to Ford. Feeds Pritzel for three. Right side, good! Brevin Pritzel. Cold-blooded. Badgers lead by 4. 23 seconds left.
The Badgers are playing their best basketball of the season as they have won 4 of 5, including 3 straight, after Thursday night's 70-64 win over Northwestern. Ethan Happ led 4 Badgers in double figures with 19 points and 7 rebounds.
Shown improvement. We always didn't get results all the time, but I think we're becoming more consistent and having some maturity that's starting to show with our younger guys and even guys that haven't had much experience in years past.
3 in a row in the Big Ten is, you never take that for granted, and especially this year when we've had our struggles. I think earlier we were finding ways to lose games, and now, we're starting to find ways to win them.
Andy Van Vliet gave Wisconsin a jolt off the bench with 14 points, scoring 4 of 6 from 3 in his second highest scoring output of the season.
I never lose confidence in myself, and just gotta come to practice, work every day, no matter how many minutes I get. And if I get more minutes, great, but it's not gonna change anything to me believing in myself. Once I hit a couple shots, it opened up everything for the rest of my teammates because they were focusing more on me, knowing that I was a shooter. So it obviously opened the middle of the paint more for guys like Ethan.
You shoot well in practice, and the competition plays off in the game. So I think that's the biggest thing is he's been shooting well in practice, playing hard in practice, and that translates when he got his moment.
Offensively, he's never had an issue. That's always been the best part of his game. Especially being able to stretch the floor like that. And I'm really proud of him. Just for sticking with it. He hasn't been in a while, and then he comes in and does that.
This win guarantees Wisconsin the 9 seed in the upcoming Big Ten tournament in New York City. The Badgers close out the regular season at home on Senior Day against Michigan State. For the Badger Sports Report with Greg Gard, I'm Ryan Wing.
This is Lexi Rush. She's 10, and she's amazing. You see, Lexi was born deaf and couldn't hear anything. That was until her doctor in Appleton referred her to the pediatric specialists at UW Health in Madison. Now, 2 operations later, Lexi can hear everything. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health. Remarkable.
Iverson looking. And looking to go into half, left of the lane. Ethan quick turn, low on the left, goes up and in with the right hand. 5.2 seconds left. This game is tied. Low on the right, back to Van Vliet. Good look at a three, right side, money. Andy Van Vliet, his 4th from beyond the arc.
A couple of more close games for the Badgers, and they ended the right way with Wisconsin defeating Minnesota in overtime on Monday night and gaining a split in the series with Northwestern after a 6-point win on Thursday. I know, Greg, you talked about it after the game down near Chicago at the Allstate Arena. And I think you said this when you first took over a couple of years ago, too. Your message to the players, everybody be ready. If you haven't played, get yourself ready. And these guys knew that was more than lip service then, and if they had any doubts, there's no reason to doubt because of Andy Van Vliet's performance. A lot of credit to him, though, for keeping himself ready and doing what he did against Northwestern.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's that has been my message, and you never know when your time is coming, whether it's foul trouble, injuries, matchups specifically, as it was on Thursday night with Northwestern obviously facing the zone and some defensive matchups I thought we could handle. But then you got to be ready for it, and it's one thing to be able to jump in there, but you have to be able to execute. And obviously for him, happy for him to be able to make some shots and help us that way, and everybody else too. I thought other guys jumped in at We faced a little foul trouble in the first half. We were able to just hold serve, so to speak, at the end of the first half, and then obviously finished pretty well down the stretch.
Yeah, that's what's been, among many things, impressive. You go back to Monday's game, Ethan Happ gets 10 points all after halftime. Brad Davison held in check. Foul trouble certainly limited him a bit on Thursday, but in each case you had others kind of pick those guys up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's the mark of a team that's starting to evolve and figure out their own role and mature a little bit. And obviously we've had so many guys other than Ethan that are going through this evolution, so to speak, for the first time. And when they can figure out ways and find ways that can help our team win, whether it's Khalil Iverson, it's been Aleem Ford at times, it's obviously been Nate Reavers. The other night it was Andy, helped a little bit more specifically in the first half. So we'll take contributions in any way we can get them. We're just going to make sure it's always for the team in red and white.
Yeah, late game execution. I know we've talked a lot over the years about a key play could be with 7 minutes left in the first half maybe, but the in-game execution, if it's Ethan getting the bucket at the end of regulation, I was just impressed with the calmness that you guys had on the sideline out of bounds play. 6 on the shot clock against Northwestern. Didn't panic, moved the ball. That's some pretty veteran stuff from some guys.
They did, and I thought Khalil did a good job of taking what was available. Aleem did a good job of, they overplayed Brad and took him away. They overplayed Ethan, and Aleem found the seam, so to speak, in what they were trying to do to us, and made a great decision of turning right away and finding Brevin on the backside, and obviously Brevin splashed it home. But it is, that's part of the evolution and the maturity, that you have to be able to react and make plays in the moment, and for them to be able to do that and make good basketball decisions was good to see.
You've talked a lot here of late about how the defense has been a little more consistent right now. Northwestern was pretty efficient. They made some pretty tough shots. I know McIntosh with that floater, Lindsay some deep threes, but still you're seeing some positive signs on the defensive end here.
For the most part, I think usually, and what I judge by that is when I can hear our guys talking on the floor, they're saying the right things. They're talking about what I want to say before they ever get to a huddle. They've discussed it a little bit themselves. So that shows that they're starting to understand before I have to mention it or a coaching staff member has to mention it all. And I thought defensively, specifically there down the stretch, we got a couple stops. Ethan got a couple steals. We blocked shots. We were able to cover up, and force them into a really tough shot there in the last possession. So things that when they're talking about it before I get them over in a huddle, that's a good sign. That shows that they're getting on the same page.
Part of the beauty of college basketball is a senior day or a senior night. The Badgers have theirs coming up. Northwestern had its senior night on Thursday. If you just watch games across the Big Ten or anywhere in America, that does mean something. It might sound corny to a very casual fan, but if you're in the arena, if you have an attachment to a team, there's a lot of emotion that goes into this, isn't there?
There is, because there's so much of an investment that the fans don't see, and they don't have any access to see what our players go into what goes into their career, so much more than the hour and a half or 2 hours that go into a game. So you do know, I sensed it the other night with McIntosh and Lindsay and Skelly, that they knew it was the last time in a home game, and that's hard. It's obviously everybody gets to that point, but you reflect back on all the practices, all the time together with your teammates, and really probably focus more on that than you do on the games, all of the investment that's made over the course of their careers. And obviously those guys have had a good career. Northwestern, our guys, we're going to honor some guys here on Sunday that have been contributors to our program and have helped us move forward. So it's a special, unique time.
They do talk about that, those guys, your guys here this year. It's the bus rides, it's the hanging out in the locker room. I mean, the moments we all see as fans on the floor, but it is those seemingly little things. That's the kind of stuff that sticks with them forever.
Absolutely, and that's the part that I refer to that fans don't see. All those weight room hours, conditioning hours, time alone in the locker room, back in the dorms or in their apartments, the things that good teams need in order to form that chemistry. You have to be connected more than just when you're on the practice floor or in a game.
And finally, Michigan State comes in here, and talent galore, right? You saw it up close, no surprise, but they're really right now ramping up their play, aren't they?
They are. When you've got that much talent, obviously, and playing at a high level, they're deep at all positions. They're playing 10 guys, and it's a team that's starting to come together. And I think, early in the year, maybe we're trying to find themselves a little bit, even though they were winning games. Purdue jumped out in the league race so far ahead of everybody, and I think that experience helped them. But now that talent that Michigan State has gotten experience, and you're starting to see the combination of both.
All right, that'll be a noontime tip on Sunday here at the Kohl Center Senior Day, final regular season game as the Badgers take on the Michigan State Spartans. Coach Gard back in a few minutes with a great day and great question of the week. Stay with us.
At Hy-Vee Market Grill, you'll find something for everyone. Steaks grilled to perfection, delicious pasta, wood oven flatbread pizzas, and the burgers are the best in town. Plus, you've got to try our delicious Sunday brunch. And Hy-Vee Market Grills are next to Hy-Vee stores, so it's not like we're gonna run out of food. It's good food, good times, and we love to see people smile. So get on into Hy-Vee Market Grill today.
I just picked up the cake for the baby shower.
Yay! You know she's having a boy, right?
Oh boy.
Buick now has an SUV for that. Introducing the Buick Encore.
I knew I could trust you guys with the cake. Oh, no problem. That was close.
One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Get $3,250 purchase allowance on most Buick Encore models. And now during the auto show, receive an additional $1,000 purchase cash.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the Hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade.
Get $10,000 total value on a specially equipped 2018 GMC Sierra SLT Crew Cab model when you finance through GM Financial. Plus, get additional $1,500 auto show purchase cash.
This is Off the Bench with Lexi Greatek. Today we have former Badger standout Duje Dukan here at his old stomping grounds. What is it like to be back?
It's the best. I love this place. This is like a second home to me. You know, I always love coming back.
What was so special about being a part of Frank's retirement?
It was unbelievable. What a lot of people don't realize is it was actually the first time since we lost to Duke in the national championship that we were all together again. So, you know, reminiscing on all the good times, all the inside jokes, it honestly felt like we didn't skip a beat, even though we haven't been together in a long time. It was a special night.
How bad did you guys want to throw some jerseys on and get back out there like old times?
We definitely talked about this year's team, but we know they're young. Obviously, you know, we would have loved to help them out a little bit, but I think they did a fine job. They didn't need any of our help.
I know, you guys need to come back every game because they're good luck charms, obviously.
I told them before the game, I'm storming the court, and with 5 seconds left, me and Nigel were the first ones on the court, and it was a great moment for sure.
Speaking of Frank, what kind of teammate was Frank?
There's a lot of different ways I can go with this, but Frank was honestly just a great dude. I think he kept the locker room really loose, but at the same time, you know, when that ball tipped up and the game started, you knew it was all about business, and it didn't matter who was standing on the court across from us. He was coming at their heads, and they were going to get his best shot. But at the same time, you know, as far as teammates are concerned, we always knew we could rely on him, whether it was defensively, offensively. He always had our back.
Looking back in freshman year Frank, would you have ever thought that he was going to be the one to get his jersey retired at the end of this?
Not a chance. Not a chance. I don't think he even did. But it's crazy, honestly, remarkable, in fact, to see how far he's come from freshman year Frank to even now. I won't say National Player of the Year, I'll say top 10 draft pick, and then obviously now his continued success in the NBA.
What's the most memorable moment you have with Frank?
That's a tough question. We've spent a lot of time together. We were road roommates, so we had a lot of FIFA battles. We're both from Chicago, and I was basically like his personal Uber driver because every time I went home, he would always ask me for a ride, so we spent too much time together already. But I think a little known fact is that I believe it was our sophomore year, we were big fans of Kesha. Don't ask me why, but we ended up going to the Kesha concert. It was me, Frank, and a bunch of his high school buddies, and it was a great time.
What's your favorite Kesha song?
I think it would have to be Die Young, considering we ended up playing it in the locker room after we beat Michigan, and then I think she found out about it or something and tweeted about it, and that was like top of the line. We were all excited about that, so we definitely enjoyed it.
Switching gears, you played a short stint in the NBA, then went to Croatia, recently came back. What was that journey like?
It's been definitely up and down. I think, you know, anytime you can be a rookie and be in the NBA for your first year coming out of college, it's an unbelievable experience. I was fortunate enough to have a lot of really good NBA players on my team who were also great vets, taught me a lot about the NBA life as far as practices are concerned, what you have to do to stay in the NBA and stuff like that. You know, the road that I took is definitely what made me who I am today. You know, all the trials and tribulations I've had, you know, going overseas, coming back, I wouldn't trade it because it's made me a better person, but also a better player. Because if everything was smooth sailing, it wouldn't be as fun. For whatever reason, I kind of like to work for stuff. It's always kind of been my mantra. I never really wanted help. I just wanted to put the work in, and then I knew at the end of the day down the line, it would come back at some point. And so, you know, even now, when I'm continuing to play in the G League, I go with that mindset of just putting in the work now, and down the road, it'll at some point come back.
You mentioned you were with the Windy City Bulls. Would you care to share your new adventure that you have going on?
Yeah. So as of about a week ago, I'm going to be headed to the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. It was a better opportunity for me. I'm finally healthy now. I had surgery in November on my knee, feeling good, and going to a playoff team. Definitely going to be getting more minutes, and I'm excited for a new challenge, new team, new group of guys. So it'll be fun.
Well, good luck. We're all rooting for you back home.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Off the Bench with Lexi Greatek.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
At Hy-Vee Market Grill, you'll find something for everyone. Steaks grilled to perfection, delicious pasta, wood oven flatbread pizzas, and the burgers are the best in town. Plus, you've got to try our delicious Sunday brunch. And Hy-Vee Market Grills are next to Hy-Vee stores, so it's not like we're gonna run out of food. It's good food, good times, and we love to see people smile. So get on into Hy-Vee Market Grill today.
I just picked up the cake for the baby shower.
Yay! You know she's having a boy, right?
Oh boy.
Buick now has an SUV for that. Introducing the Buick Encore.
I knew I could trust you guys with the cake. No problem. That was close.
One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Get $3,250 purchase allowance on most Buick Encore models. And now during the auto show, receive an additional $1,000 purchase cash.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
The Badger Sports Report is brought to you by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for this week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week. We check in with Wayne up in Wausau. Wants to know, Coach, we heard a lot about the condensed schedule this year in the Big Ten Conference. How has that adjusted how you format a practice?
Well, Wayne, thanks for your question. We do, because of the compression of the schedule, so to speak, we've had to take extra days off in periodic moments because of a new rule in place. But also, as you get to this time of the year, you are really working on less on their legs, trying to back off a little bit, trying to rest a little bit more. So our practices, all of our implementation, so to speak, is done. We may tweak a few things here or there, fine-tune some things. So by and large, more film work, more mental work, more walking through things, and try to keep the actual contact drills and those type of things to a minimum. Still try to compete, make sure we keep that edge, but we've definitely, shaved a good 45 minutes off of practice every day.
All right, Wayne, thank you so much for your question. There is a Great Dane location up your way in Wausau, as well as 4 in the Madison area, east side of town, downtown Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. Our final radio show of the season coming up on Monday night at the Hilldale Great Dane location. That starts at 6:05 all along the Badger Radio Network. Regular season finale coming up on Sunday afternoon, a noon tip, Senior Day, as Wisconsin will host Michigan State. And then it's on to New York City for the Big Ten tournament. The Badgers in action at Madison Square Garden coming up on Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Central Time. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
A pulse, felt by one, sends a ripple, felt by some. A shiver, felt by many, until it amplifies, magnifies into a tremor that electrifies. Badgers everywhere, moving as one, tilting the world on its axis.